Hi children, let us start our new chapter, chapter 15, Introduction to Graph. Okay, it is just a continuation of that chapter data handling. Okay, so we will continue with this chapter, that is Introduction to Graphs. Here also you are going to draw graphs. Okay, so here line graph and linear graph. Okay, it is given line graph and linear graph. From the word line graph, you can understand that it's a graph where there is a straight line. Okay, lines are there. But linear is also a line only. So what is the difference between line graph and a linear graph? So let us see. Here, both are having lines. But in line graph, it's going down and it's going up. It is not straight. It is made up of line, but it is not continuing straight. It is not continuing straight. Okay, it is made of line, so it is called as line graph. It is not continuing straight, so it is not linear. Linear graph means it is continuous and it is a line. So linear graph, it should be a line. Also, it should be continuous. Then we can call it as a linear graph. Okay. Here, linear graph and non-linear graph. Okay. Linear means I told it should be a straight line. Linear means it should be a straight line. But non-linear means when it is not a straight line. It is like a curve. Okay. When it is a straight line, we call it as a linear. And when it is not a straight line, it is non-linear graph. And the first one what we saw is line graph. Okay, linear graph is also a line graph. Okay, now let us see the first question. Okay, we'll go to the exercise problem. We'll start drawing the graph. We'll see the first question, okay, of exercise 15.3. Exercise 15.3. First question. Draw the graphs for the following table of values with suitable scale on the axis. Okay, so cost of apples are given. Okay, that is number of apples and cost in rupees is given. Okay, number of apples and cost in rupees. So one apple means it costs 5 rupees. 2 apples means it is 10 rupees, like that. So let us see the solution part. Mark number of apples on the x-axis and cost on the y-axis. Okay, like this graph we'll draw where number of apples are marked along the x-axis. Here you can see, okay, number of apples along the x-axis and cost along the y-axis. Now let us start drawing the graph. Children, let us now draw the graph. Exercise 5.3. First one, cost of apples. Number of apple is given and its cost is given. Okay. So, 1 apple cost is 5. It is 2 means it is 10. 3 means it is 15. 4 means 20. 5 means 25. Okay. Number of apples and cost is given. So, let us draw graph for it. Okay. So, let us mark number of apples in the x-axis and cost along the y-axis. Okay. Now, in the graph, usually you tell that there won't be space to write all the things. Yes. So, what you do is you can leave the first column. Okay. You can leave the first column means you will have enough space to write all the things. So, here also if you want you can leave one column. Okay children, so that you can write neatly. So, I am leaving one column and I am starting from here. Okay. Okay children. So, this is our y-axis. As soon as you draw, you can write. Okay. Now it is x-axis I am going to draw. Okay, x-axis. Okay, as soon as you draw x-axis and y-axis, you can mark a arrow mark, that is y-axis. Okay, now this is the origin. You can mark it as 0, origin 0. So what we told here, we can name it as number of apples along the y-axis. Okay, so number of apples. Number of apples along the y-axis. Now children, number of apples along the x-axis and y-axis, it is cost in rupees. Okay, so you can write it as cost in rupees. Okay, so here we have got the values as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is continuous and one digit gap only. So what we are doing is, here just we can mark it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can continuously mark it like this. Okay, up to 7 or 8 you can mark it. And number of apples, that is cost of the apples. Cost of the apples, what is the difference between the numbers, children? It is 5 each. Okay, so I am taking the unit, 1 unit equal to 5 rupees. In that manner I am going to take. Okay, so you can write it here as 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, okay, up to 40 I am writing. Okay, just 40 I am writing. Now like this. Okay, cost, this is the cost. So we should write the scale. What is the scale we are using here? 1 unit equal to 5 rupees. And what is mentioned in x-axis, what is mentioned in y-axis, all should be mentioned as scale here. Okay, like this children, scale. X-axis, what it is representing? Number of apples. Here 1 unit equal to how much? 1 apple. Right? 1 apple. Now y-axis, what is the, it is what it is mentioning? Cost in rupees. Y-axis, cost in rupees is mentioned. 1 unit equal to how much? It is rupees 5. Now we will start marking the points. So it is 1 apple, it is 5, 2 means 10, 3 means 15, 4 means 20 and 5 means 25. So let us mark the points. 1 means it is 5, 2 means it is 10, 3 means it is 15, 4 means it is 20 and 5 means it is 25. Okay, like this you can mark it and you can join. Now children, we can join this line. It is a linear graph. Okay, it's a linear graph. Then we can mark the points as 1, 5. Like this, for each point we can mark it as 1, 5, 2, 10, 3, 15, 4, 20. Okay, and 5, 25. Like this we can mark the points. Got it children?